Mr. Winnie.
All right. Let's do
Here we are. Beer Belly Reviews.
Our first Beer Belly podcast.
First time seeing you guys.
Welcome.
It's just like normal. Don't worry. Nobody's watching.
No pressure.
Except all the people out there.
Exactly.
And for those of you that are listening on the podcast, well, my goodness, go on Facebook, go on YouTube, search for Beer and Business, and watch it because you'll actually be able to see what we're talking about and get a really multi-dimensional experience.
Wow. It's a big word.
My head hurt, man.
I know. Okay. That's good. Yeah.
So we are starting out this week, Mr. Winnie.
Yes.
With this little guy right here.
He's very green.
Yes.
Green and white.
This is Oren IPA, and this is from Southbound Brewing.
Nice.
They're located in Savannah.
Okay.
These guys were the first microbrew in Savannah.
Nice.
Yeah. They were founded in 2013. Founders were Carly Wiggins and Smith Matthews.
All right. God bless them.
Yes. So before we actually taste the beer, what do you think about the packaging, Mr. Winnie?
It's explosive. It's the first word that comes to my mind. Sorry.
There's a lot going on here.
Yes.
In there.
Absolutely. It's really
it's busy.
It's very busy. Jumps out at you.
I don't know that it jumps out in a way that I want to buy it. Like it's almost like camouflage. Like there's too much going on.
The first, you're drawn to the word hop. That's
true.
Somebody like me.
Hop is very big.
Oren IPA. They got me sucked in at that point. So
hops, yes.
Right. So, and then just the green. Green. You think hops.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to taste it. Not because I've never had it. I'm excited.
The packaging from a marketing perspective concerns me a little bit because it is very busy. You know how I measure, when we started doing this and I started to think about packaging, one of the biggest measures is, have I seen it before? Yes, I've seen this many times.
Right.
But the measure? I've never bought it.
Really?
Have you?
No, because I haven't seen it many times.
So it's camouflaged into the beer count. I've seen this in Kroger, Publix, liquor stores. I've seen this in many places.
Yeah, all right.
It just kind of blends in. So, it's an attractive can. I like it. I don't know that it's from a business perspective that it's doing them a lot of favors.
Yeah. They need to, just kind of amplify the fact that they're, a local Atlanta brewery, microbrew, Savannah. Savannah would be a huge draw, Gone with the Wind. That's like seriously.
No, I know.
People would be drawn to that. They're to put in the ABV and some other stuff and.
Yeah, we're being pretty critical of the can, but
yeah, whatever.
I've seen some beautiful beer cans. I've seen some cool beer cans, but to me, when it comes to a can, like this thing needs to sell it. This is your salesperson. I don't know that this is really selling it. There's just a lot, and we'll, now that it's on video, you guys tell us.
It sells it for me, but.
Well, but you drink anything.
No, don't say that. I don't. Just crack it open.
Close to anything. All right, let's take a look.
Let's be the judge.
All righty, here.
Easy. You took most of it again. All right,
I'm giving that to you, man.
Thank you.
Being a good host. Now that I'm on video, you guys are keeping me honest. Oh, look at that. I got more anyways. All right. That is amber.
Whoa.
It's almost clear, but there's a little cloud to it.
Wait till you smell it.
Ooh, it's malty.
Very, very malty and fruity. Not what I would
expect at all. How many IPAs have we done where you expect to smell flower and pine?
Yeah, whatever.
Malt.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't smell any
malty.
Hop.
Yeah.
I don't smell any. Do you?
I'm not smelling the. I'm not smelling the usual. I'm not smelling the usual citrus and sharp flavors. This is all.
It smells like an Oktoberfest.
It's kind of. Don't go there. No.
Think Oktoberfest and take a sniff.
Barely.
Oh, barely. Oh, give me a break, dude.
Yeah. There's something in there. I'm ready.
It's called beer.
No. I'm ready to taste it.
Let's taste it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, no, that's different. It tastes more like a pale ale than it does an IPA, doesn't it?
No.
It's good. It's
wow.
not.
No,
so here's the thing. I expected this to taste really malty. It doesn't.
There is some malt in there, but it's got a sharpness at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, need a second drink.
That's pretty good. I mean,
it's not bitter.
No, not at all.
Not smooth or sweet. Kind of, I mean, it leans towards dry. This is a weird beer.
Right. The smell and the initial taste is very malty, but
it doesn't taste like what you'd expect.
The aftertaste is very dry.
Yeah, this is not in a
too
bad
excited.
way. Not in a bad way. It's just weird. It doesn't smell like what you'd expect because it's an IPA, so it doesn't smell like an IPA. But then you smell the maltiness. You're like, oh, I'm going to have a malty beer. But then it doesn't taste like what it smells.
Yeah.
So they're kind of, I don't know. This is a interesting one.
Right.
But But here's the thing. It doesn't taste bad.
No.
It's good.
No, not at all.
It's just, I'm confused. I'm so confused.
Almost all the beers we try here, they don't taste bad. We don't try bad beers. It's just.
But it's good to know what you're getting, because if I was in the mood for an IPA and I went and I bought a 6-pack of this and I came home and said I got an IPA and I cracked one open, I'd probably be disappointed.
I don't say disappointed.
But if I wanted an IPA, like that's the flavor I wanted.
Yeah, this is different. I agree with that.
An IPA.
I agree with that. One. It's got a ton of flavor on it, but
it's like a
traditionalist.
Really flavorful pale ale.
The advertising is American India Pale Ale. It's not really there. I'm not getting the full hops.
I'm not either. But it's good. So that we have to be very careful, because we've had other beers like this where it didn't taste like what we expected, and this one certainly doesn't smell or taste like what we expected. But it's not bad. I would totally drink this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It kind of reminds me of a drier Dale's Pale Ale. Remember Dale's?
Right.
It had that real nice malty, like roasty, rich finish. This is a little lighter. It doesn't have that roastiness. It doesn't have the maltiness, but it's really flavorful. It's good.
Yeah.
I like it. It's just not at all what I expected.
True. So, based on the advertising, it's not what I expected.
Yeah. It makes me want to try some of their other beers, just to kind of like, because now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, what do their beers taste like? Mm-hmm. So, interesting stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's empty.
Yeah, so let's move to Decatur.
Next. Decatur.
Wild Heaven Beer. This is Wise Blood IPA.
Okay.
Remember, I don't know how many episodes ago it was, Mr. Woody, but remember when we started joking about emergency drinking beer?
I've seen it on the shelf.
Everywhere.
I have not.
This is the brewery.
But I've never tried emergency drinking beer.
Neither have I. This is their IPA. It's called Wise Blood IPA. This is a 6.8 ABV beer, so this is a heavyweight. Let's start with the packaging. I like this, and I don't like it. Let me tell you, standing alone, this is a good-looking can.
Sure.
Wouldn't you agree? It's got a dark color, kind of jumps off the shelf. I've seen this before. I've been intrigued to try it, and I've not tried it. So this is a beer I've never tried.
Right.
Here's what I don't like about Wild Heaven branding. All of their beers look different.
Okay.
So if you go on their website and you look at all the different packaging, so they've got the emergency drinking beer, which is kind of like your drinkable pale ale. They've got a watermelon version of the emergency drinking beer.
Okay.
Then they've got like a deluxe lager thing that looks like a warning electric sign, and
right.
like they've got all this different branding, and there's nothing that like ties it together, other than the Wild Heaven right there on the can. But when you're looking at all these different beers, you'd think if there's 5 different Wild Heaven beers next to each other,
sure,
you'd think it's 5 different breweries.
I get your point. I mean, if you see the emergency drinking beer and this next to each other,
you would never know.
Never in a million years. No, it's the same brewery. So I can see that.
And they've, the thing is, I think a lot of times those of us that are passionate about beer, we kind of forget the fact that we're catering to the casual drinker.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want them to think like, if I tried one of their beers and it was good, I want you to try the other stuff. So
right.
You really want to try it, don't you?
Well,
you're opening it.
It is what it is. I mean, we got to move the show forward.
So Wild Heaven was founded in 2010 by Nick Purdy and Eric Johnson. These guys, they designed their brewing in the tradition of the Europeans.
Okay.
So let's see what they do. Gimme.
All right, take it.
Guess what, Mr. Winnie?
Yes, sir.
Smells like an IPA.
Does it really?
Yes.
Good.
It actually smells really good. Oh, it's floral and piney.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you pour it, it's a little.
Look at the head on that. It just comes off real fast.
It's a little, not as clear, but
yeah.
You definitely get the.
Yeah, it smells great.
Wow.
Just a little cloudy. It's light
I wasn't
color,
expecting that. Yeah.
But it smells terrific.
Cool.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
The initial taste to me was a traditional IPA.
Then there was something that tastes a little bit like Little Debbie snack cakes. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, it tastes like it's like an IPA turns into a Swiss roll. Try it again, dude. Think about those little Swiss rolls. Remember those?
It does. It has a little sweet twist. Little sweet twist at the end.
It's like pretty good. Filling. It's a flavor I've never had in a beer. Honestly, it's really unique. This is totally an IPA. Tastes like an IPA.
Right.
Smells like an IPA.
Wise blood.
But IPA. Like the immediate touch on your palate, IPA.
Right.
But it's after that aftertaste is where it goes like it's often
it's a roller coaster, yeah.
I feel like, we're skipping along in the yellow brick road. It's interesting.
Yeah, very.
It's good. It's just
it is
very
good,
different.
But very sharp aftertaste.
The aftertaste is extremely sharp. There's some pretty strong bitterness on it, as you'd expect with an IPA. It's kind of a light-bodied
the
beer.
initial taste is soft. Aftertaste is sharp.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
What? No bananas.
No, there's no bananas.
I'm not tasting bananas in this
one.
No
bananas. I would definitely drink this if I was in the mood for an IPA. But this has character, I guess is how I'd put it. Has a flavor that I've not really had in an IPA. On
True.
That aftertaste.
Yeah, I throw this in the category, like Hopland, non-traditional IPA. Did I say IPA? Yeah, IPA.
You did. How many IPAs have you had today, sir?
I don't know, 2, 3.
How many beers have you had? No comment?
4.
A lot. It's good. I'm excited about this last one. So I want to talk about this brewery a little bit. So this is We have not done Reformation yet. Reformation is in Woodstock, Georgia.
Okay.
This is Oren IPA. Couple of things about these guys right off the bat. First of all, their cans and branding, money. These guys do it right. Every can looks the same. It's got this big red R, the white top, and then every beer has a different color at the bottom.
Okay.
So if there is 5 or 6 different Reformation beers sitting next to each other, you know they're all from the same brewery. So these guys got it right.
Okay,
and,
cool.
I mean, look at this branding, Mr. Winnie. This jumps off. Can't miss it.
Sure.
You've seen it. You've been out shopping for beer. You've seen this. They do a great job on the branding.
I usually just come to your house.
And drink my beer?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. The other thing I like about these guys is their story. These guys got a really cool story. So this was Reformation was founded by Spencer Nix and Nick Downs. Okay, so Nick was a pilot, and he used to fly all over Europe.
Okay,
and he would get these beers and bring them back, and Spencer and Nick would drink these cool beers, and they formed this great relationship drinking these awesome beers from around Europe.
Right.
Well, I guess Nick at some point got moved into a larger aircraft, and it changed his routes.
Okay.
And he could no longer go get these really cool beers that he was bringing home to Spencer. Bummer. So you know what they did?
Smaller aircraft. Go ahead.
You know what they did?
Go.
Started homebrewing. So like these guys already, they start homebrewing. And they homebrewed for 5 years, but something really interesting happened while they were homebrewing. They were making more beer than they could drink, so they'd invite people over. This actually is a thing, Mr.
That's
Winnie.
a good problem to have.
It's a great problem to have.
Same.
They were brewing more beer than they could drink. They started inviting people over, and this became like an event. So, every week they'd have people over, they're drinking beer. They started attracting people all over the Southeast, from like Alabama, Florida. Like, all these people were coming to try their home brews.
Really? Nice.
And eventually they decided, we need to start a brewery.
Yeah.
So they founded Reformation in 2013. And I'm super stoked. I think these guys, I've not tried this one, but from what I've heard, it's good.
Okay.
So I'm excited to try it. This is Oren IPA, 5.5%.
Fresh
money on
flavor.
The branding is great. So let's crack this
Notes of
baby
bright
open.
citrus, crisp finish. All right,
crispy.
Let's do it.
Oh,
that was loud.
That's
It's
ready to come out.
There we go.
Look at the head on that. Whoa!
That was a bad pour, it seems like.
It wasn't really. That's just a really heady beer.
You could see
when you opened it, the head actually started to come out of the top.
Let that settle for a little bit.
Well, let me smell it while it's doing its thing.
Good grief. This thing was pressurized.
Yeah, that was under a lot of pressure. I don't really smell a lot of hops, believe it or not. And I don't smell a lot of malt. Look at what you've done, Mr. Winnie. You've created a foamy monster over there.
I know.
Okay. You're going to think I'm crazy. You know what I smell? Apple. Put your nose to that. In the glass.
Yeah.
It smells like apple.
It does.
It does. It does not smell like malt. It does not smell like, hops at all. It's cloudy. Man, that thing is bubbly. Woo.
Good grief. It's like champagne.
It is.
It's really super bubbly.
Somebody's going to be burping soon.
Nope.
That's a bunch of BS.
You don't burp on camera.
Yeah. So for those of you that are watching, I have to edit his burps out of the audio podcast.
Good grief.
On video, you're not hiding, dude. Just saying.
True. I have not burped.
All right, let's try this one.
Cheers.
Cheers. What is that? This is another beer that does not taste like what I expected.
Good grief. What has IPA become?
This is, you know what? That's a great question. It feels to me like this category. So this started when we did double IPAs.
Yeah.
We had 2 of them. It was the Uinta and the Diesel Punk. Neither one of them tasted like IPAs.
Right.
And now this week, not one of these tastes like a traditional IPA. The Weissblood IPA is the closest to what I would consider an IPA. But
this is weird, man. It's kind of freaking me out. Because, totally. I mean, you drink a lot of the larger breweries, you know, they put on IPAs, and it's super consistent. It's an IPA, is an IPA. And
that does not taste like an IPA.
You drink some of these, and it's like, what? This is not what I expected.
Not at all. And again, it's not bad. This is actually
not
really
at all.
Good.
It's really good, but it's not
very, very good beer.
It's not the typical interpretation of an IPA.
Not at all.
So,
in my humble opinion, it doesn't smell like one, doesn't taste like one.
Yeah.
It tastes like apple, or it smells like apple, and it tastes like it's like it's like another pale ale.
Really? But with quite a bit extra.
Yeah, it's got flavor. This is good. It's really good. I'm just surprised, like you said, of the stretch of what IPA really means.
Really? Yeah.
Look, when I'm in the mood for an IPA, I'm in the mood for an IPA. I don't want shenanigans. I don't want
citrus
gimmicks and
weird stuff.
I'm okay with
on.
Citrus. Like, think about Blind Pirate from Monday Night. Remember we did that in our first podcast?
Good. Yeah.
That's got that. It's got kind of like a malty finish, and it's got the orange flavor. So it's non-traditional in that sense, but it tastes like an IPA.
Right.
That's what I want. If I'm going to drink an IPA, I want it to taste like an IPA. You can add some like extras around, but the core of that beer should be, piney, flowery, hoppy.
Sure, IPA.
IPA.
I don't know.
Do you taste hops in this at all?
Sure. Yes.
Do you?
Yep.
Do you taste them as faint?
Very faint, yes. Yeah. But they're there. It's just the sharpness. That's how you kind of get the sharpness. It's not from the citrus. It's very hoppy.
It is. It's sharp. But man, I don't taste the hop like I'd want to. Interesting beer. Good. Again.
Absolutely. Good beer.
3 really good beers. 3 beers that did not taste anything like what I expected.
Right.
So
agreed.
Oren in Weissblood. This one smelled like an IPA. Tasted kind of like an IPA.
Yep.
Good beer, interesting. Reformation did not smell or taste anything like what I expected. This one here, Hopland, smelled malty and then didn't taste malty.
It didn't taste, weird, yeah.
Really, really strange. But again, 3 beers that if somebody gave me one to drink, I'd say, man, that's delicious. I don't know that I would peg any of them as IPAs.
Right. In the
which is really
traditional sense, yeah, of course, no.
So, but great beers. And look, I love experimentation.
Oh, yeah.
I love
when it comes to beer
boundaries. And
when it comes to beer, that's the best form of experimentation. So.
Yeah, love it. But you also got to be very cognizant of what you're marketing your beer as.
True.
So if there's one thing I'm going to take away from this, it's be very careful about the flavor of your beer, what the expectations of the drinker is. Because if I pick one of these up and I'm like, man, I'm in the mood for an IPA, I might be disappointed in your brewery. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Right. Agreed.
But a lot of fun, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And, for what we do, These beers just make me want to try more beers from those breweries.
Agreed.
So, drink local.
Drink often. Drink local.
Drink often, drink local. Don't be an idiot. Don't drink and drive.
Drink and drive. Negative.
If you do, we're coming for you. We can shake a fist on the video now, which I just did.
You're just an idiot.
You're just an idiot. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. For those of you listening, thanks for listening to the podcast. For those of you watching, thanks for watching. Tell all your friends about us. We're going to have a lot of cool content coming on video, Mr. Winnie.
Yes.
Next week, Monday Night Brewing the Garage. We'll see you there.
Woo. Let's do it.